Well, hey guys, hi, good morning. Brent Abel here, webtennis.com, with another episode of What is the Right Shot? A point from a while ago over at the Berkeley Tennis Club. And look, what we're going to work on today is kind of volume 2 here of number 1, how to protect yourself on a close range reflex volley, but actually how to get the thing back in play. Right? And no, there is no exact science for this, but I'm going to tell you what I do that seems to work the best for me. And right here, when you've got an opponent who's got an opportunity with a relatively close range, right? They're right on top of the service line. That's close enough. You're inside the service box. And so number one, I always assume it's coming at me, right? I don't hope it doesn't come to me. I assume it's coming to me. And number one is, I want to protect myself just in case this opponent, I don't think they're head hunting. There's maybe 1% of the players out there, idiots, that try to go, for the head, but 99% of the players don't. So even though, even with that thought, I still think there's always a chance that someone could have slight mistimed on it, and it could end up going to the head unintentionally. But so number one is, I'm thinking, I'm assuming it's coming to me, number one, so that I can protect myself, right? But number two, I'm also assuming it's coming to me so that I can maybe do something with it, right? Now look, the ball might, your opponent's shot might not come to you. That's fine. But here's what I want you to be thinking about is, number one, assume it's coming to you. Number two, make sure that your hands on the racket are super soft in terms of grip tension, right? You're not freaked out, you're not panicked, and you're gripping so tightly that if the thing does come to you, right, the shot comes to you, that you can't react. And that is the biggest reason I think that players do not reflex volleys well, is because they're so tense, they're so tight, they're so nervous, they're so worried that they clamp down on the racket. And once you start doing that, you've got no reflex ability. I mean, you might see the ball coming to you, but because you're so strong in the grip, you just can't respond, right? So look, that's number two. And then number three is, here it comes, is just, I don't know, other than just let's see what happens. And in this case here, maybe you get a little fortunate, right? I think the big deal here is that if you can reflex it back, is what happens is it sends a message, maybe for the rest of the match, that man, I don't want to go to that player. I don't want to lose another point where I had this big forehand boomer and you know what, it came back and I lost the point. So look, I'm going to play this thing in real time. Obviously a short version today of what's the right shot. But what I want you thinking on these reflex volleys are two things. Number one, it's coming to you. Just and be okay with that, right? And then number two, really soft hands on the grip so that you can react. You can have some reflex speed because if you're too tight or too strong, ain't going to happen. All right, guys, I'm going to play this for you in real time. Then we'll do a slow motion. And then at the end of the video, there is another short, about a 60-second video. If you are struggling with your slice backhand, I want to show you how to unstruggle. How to make it better, right? How to be able to drive your slice backhand with authority, with power, and yet feel like you've got control where it's not sitting up, it's not floating over there, just kind of begging that opponent to take advantage of it. That's at the end of this little video right here. So make sure you stick around to watch that. Guys, as always, time for us to get out there, help another human have a spectacular day. Guys, definitely see you again next time. Well, hey, it is Brent back here with you. Really hope you enjoyed this episode of What's the Right Shot. And yeah, if you're still trying to figure out your one-handed backhand slice, your underspin drive, right, where it's not floating and sitting up for your opponent, then what I've got for you is a course I want you to check out below. There is a link down below in the description area that will take you to an information page, because there's really 3 habits that we've got to have on this backhand slice, especially for something like this where we just saw it, where you're taken out wide and maybe you want to play a little dropper off of it. Here are a couple of points from a match I played a while ago. And look, if you think you always have to topspin a backhand passing shot, you don't. And here are a couple examples of how you can actually play a really controlled slice underneath your opponent and be good. So look, if you want some help with the slice backhand, down below there's a link. Click it and it'll take you to an information page, and you get a lot more details on what's in the course. And there are several bonus courses in the package as well. Any questions? Brent at webtennis.com.